Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Jerry. Now, if this is your first time with Cooking with Jerry, you're in for a treat. I don't know if it's a good treat, but you're in for some type of treat. There are rules to this game. If I crack a beer, I expect you to crack a beer with me. This ain't a one-man show. So what I'm going to cook for you guys today is piggy ribs, braised in apple pie moonshine, beer, a bunch of ingredients, and cooked in a Dutch oven on the wood stove. So we just adjust our heat to our wood stove by opening and closing the door as we need. Well, I guess that's it. Before we get started, I do want to say, I always say that cooking is like a relationship. People say that you got to put love in your cooking. So cooking takes time and effort and patience, and you got to make it work. And if you're just going to walk away and ignore it, it's going to turn to shit and you're going to burn, just like a relationship. If you walk away from it and don't put time and patience and pay attention to it, it's going to turn to shit and it's going to burn you. So that's just my 2 cents for today. But I like to say, if someone can't cook, whether it's a man or a woman, stay away from them. If they can't put love and attention into cooking, will they put love and attention into a relationship for you? Could be wrong. Anyways, grab your old mitts because you don't want to sizzle your fingers off. Ooh, that's hot. It's almost too hot already. So what we're going to do is put this down over here. I'm going to let that off for a second. You can see it just a steaming. I'm going to put some butter in there. If your pot's too hot, move it to the edge a bit. Lift it up and move it to the edge. It's that simple. So I like to put some butter in first. Get things moving along with that. What am I going to use? You know what these are good for? I'm not talking about doing it on your kids either. How much butter? If I had bacon grease, it'd be better. Should save some of the bacon grease from the other night. A little bit more. Can't play music because I don't want to get copyrighted. That there. That there. See, it's already cooling off because I moved it away. That it's hotter towards the center, so right about there for now. Let that butter melt down and get the pan hot again. We're using a medium-sized Dutch oven today. We're brownies. So it's raining out tonight. It is nighttime, by the way, and it's raining out, so this is why we're in the woodshed cooking over the wood stove. I wanted to do it on the open fire, and what I was going to do is I was going to start them on the open fire to get that smoke flavor and the fire and the wood flavor, and then cut them up and throw them in the Dutch oven. But fortunately, we can't do that tonight, so I don't know when it's going to start pissing on us again. I'm going to brown this up a bit. I'll show you guys what that looks like. So we're gonna add a little bit of vegetable stock, paprika, mustard, pepper, some peppers, apple pie moonshine, root beer, Worcestershire lay in parents, Worcestershire sauce, some beer, and some beef broth. You know, family's spoon is one overlooked heirloom. If you can get your grandma's spoon, there's more love in this little one piece. It's been handled by your relatives more over a lifetime and several lifetimes than anything else in your house. This is probably the most loved object in your house, with all the care and love that is put into every meal for you. People don't realize that. This tool right here is a magical heirloom. That's how the way I see it anyways. What does that smell good? I haven't even put any spices in it. It smells good already. Leaves are coming out finally. The wind has calmed down finally. All right, we're getting close. I love Dutch oven cooking. This is the greatest tool. You can learn how to use this. It's the greatest tool ever. Lots of nice butter and fat in there. All right, let's see here. Let's get this going. Garlic salt. Salt and fat, the two best ingredients for anything. Vegetable broth. Not too much. Paprika. Mustard. Red peppers. Pepper. Worcestershire sauce. Beef broth. Special stuff. Gotta shake it up. So the cinnamon stick and everything settle on the bottom. One shot for me. Apple pie moonshine. One shot for you. Yay, yay! Beer. That was thunder. Ooh, root beer. I think my daughter's going to want to drink the rest of this. Just enough to, you don't want to totally cover it, just enough to kind of keep it semi-submerged. Semi. Now don't ask me how long it's going to take. It might take 2 hours, it might take an hour and a half. I don't know. What do I care? I'm just going to sit here and drink beers and love it and check on it, not walk away from it when it gets hard. You want to improve on it. Maybe I'll get you a peek at that. You can always add more liquid too, right? Ooh, I think that's perfect. Perfect level. You know what reality is, if you don't got a spatula, just take a piece of wood and use it as your stir. Alright, let's show you this. Get that bubbling away, and then we'll put the lid on it now, I think. Oh, you know what we almost forgot? Ho, ho, ho. I almost forgot a big ingredient. I just noticed it now. White onion or yellow onion or whatever onion, because who doesn't like to fart when they're having a good meal? And it tastes good too. Oh, that's gonna be so good later. When I'm like shit-faced and the moon's coming out, I'm gonna have these, and I'm gonna love every second of it. I'm gonna get it all in my beard and mustache, and I'm gonna curl the grease in my mustache. And tomorrow morning, I'm gonna smell the flavor out of my mustache, and it's gonna be great. And if my daughter's lucky, she might get some, but there's no guarantees. Okay, what we're gonna do is close that, and we're gonna keep an eye on the level. It's gonna cook down, and if you don't keep an eye on the level of the liquid, then it turns, once it evaporates, it turns to like a sugary sauce, right? And it'll stick and burn to the bottom, so you gotta keep an eye on it. Okay, cook. So in the meantime, I am going to read some Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. I still have to read you guys chapters 9 and 10, I do believe. And maybe I'll just drink beers. I got my 22 long rifle here. I like to sit in the chair I got over here and look out over the river and blast those little bastards. There's about, we pulled 8 out of the river, trapped 2 and shot 6. And there's probably about another 10 of them back there. So they're just wreaking havoc. There is a bounty on them, so I don't want to hear your nonsense. I really don't care about your problems if you don't like people killing beavers. There is a law for it, and we're following the law, and that's the way it is around here. So, yeah, not sure what I'll do. I am an adult, so I'll do whatever the hell I want. Makes sense. In the meantime, let's have a beer. Maybe I'll show you the scenery. Actually, if I'm braising, I'll pull this back a bit too. To the edge. That's an eagle. Holy crap. I don't know if you guys caught the white tail of that. That's a bald eagle that was sitting there. Flew down from somewhere. I love it out here. That's my neighbor's plane cabin. She's over in Ukraine right now for 4 months documenting what's going on over there. So I gave her my gimbal to use, so I'm doing everything by hand right now. Now, let's take a look at that. Let's put our glove on so we won't fry our hands off. Boy, that smells good. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is part 1 of the cooking. Near the end, I'll do the part 2 of it. I mean, unless you guys want to sit here and watch me stand here and sit around for 2 hours, but I highly doubt it. So keep those comments up. You know, I really love the haters too. It's amazing to me that people will take the time to bitch and complain about what they don't like seeing. Well, who cares? Who cares? Like, it's a sad, sad life. You're on this planet once, and it's a sad life. You got to be so unhappy to sit there and bitch online. I mean, I don't get it, but I love it because I just sit there and go, my goodness, what is wrong with that individual? So haters are gonna hate. And I tell my daughters this: no matter what you do, you could be the best at something. Haters are gonna hate. And they will always hate, and they live a miserable life when they hate. But it's funny. It's funny just seeing how miserable they are. Regardless, I can't please everybody, but I can sure please your moms. See you in part 2.